true prayer is that of a needy sinner, just as David says here in verse 5, "But I am poor and needy." Poor in the sense of dead broke. In whatever the situation. I know a lot of people, when they think of being poor and needy, they think of materially. But how many times does the Lord show us throughout our lifetime just how poor and needy we are spiritually? When you take the Word, for example, and would open it and nothing seems to flow. There seems to be no blessing in what you read. It all seems to be as a closed door, as brass. I understand sometimes in the face of even preparing to preach, how opening this Word, you know that you need to stand before a people and declare unto them the glory of Christ, but doing so with a hard heart, doing it with a cold heart, doing it with a heart of unbelief because of circumstances that you're going through. And all of this seems to be as if the heavens were brass and the earth iron. That's how the Scriptures put it. The Lord brings us through those times. And Moses, in the face of the murmuring of the people, the first time the Lord said, "Speak to the rock." The second time he said, "Smite the rock." The first time. Second time he said, "Speak to the rock." Well, the rock's already been smitten. And so we're to speak to the rock on behalf of the people. And on behalf of people even in their worst rebellion. But anger, lashing out, will in no way advance the cause of God and His righteousness. There's a humbling in those times. Even when you declare the glories of Christ and sinners remain hardened. And it brings you in your unbelief even sometimes to question God. Why is it that there's not more effect of this word or the gospel going forth? So I speak as a man before you today and say those are thoughts that continually go through your mind. There have been many times when I've thought it would be best probably just to shut the door, turn the lights out, and sell the building. And in your flesh, that's how you respond. And yet, we realize that the Lord has brought us to these times of need, to where we look to Him and we cry unto Him for our own soul's need. Times where even though nobody else may be hearing or listening, and yet the Lord brings you to see, if nobody else needs this, I do. I need this for my soul. And the Lord has put me in that away place, right by the brook Cherith, just like He did with His prophet, in order to feed, even if it is with ravens, to feed our needy soul. So those are, in the end, as you look back, precious times. There are times where the Lord calls you to see, had I not been put in that particular strait, then I would not have known the grace of the Lord, the refreshment of it, the mercies of the Lord renewed. As Jeremiah said, "Great is thy faithfulness. Thy mercies are renewed morning after morning."